Look how fun is going to be there from Salivating Salamander. They're running right into each other. Oh, the cut. Smoke broken. B-God, he might get caught. A double Stormhammer is out. B-God needs some help ASAP, but it's not coming quick enough. B-God is gone. Thing is, Soul dropping rather low, will drop to boot. However, GRIN, they are still going. Arde will go down. Now onto Empyrean. They might find a third. They've got him. Disruptor is gone. GRIN, they find a 3-for-1 trade. Friday, even the minute mark. What a start here for the Dire.
Yeah, that's not something you expect early on. Gonna be a great feeling for GRIN to pick up all of that gold. And is a little bit spread out. 2 supports and the offlane kind of picking up those kills, but you're more than happy to at least soak some of that EXP up for Ho Fireflu. You get the D ward as well. So you've got mid control lined up for yourself here. And that sets a pretty damn good tone. And just finding 3 kills, no worries in the world. Should be able to find an even, at very least, bounty rune trade as well. Although maybe B-God goes for something a little bit aggressive. Doesn't manage to do it. Stun is there from Soul. 2 for 2 on the bounties. And I think that's going to be the tone of the game. Like, again, early on, the cut, once they have levels, they can counterplay back, but for the side of GRIN, they can just clump up and constantly fight once they have their own levels up. That is the concern. And I don't think you reach your power spikes fast enough for the cut to kind of handle that. We'll see. There is still a chance for outplay, a chance for dancing around, as we do take a look at that mid. MTD on the Wind Ranger up against Rojo Fireflu on the Timbersaw. Again, this one is maybe a little bit more manageable for the Wind Ranger. Granted, Timbersaw shouldn't be zoned out. Once he has level 2 reactive up, it's not like MTD can just power shot you to death. Although, by level 5, power shot level 3 is pretty hard to play into without any magic resist or magic reduction here from Rojo Fireflu. So MTD should be able to play a stable farming lane at the least and trade farm with a Timbersaw, all things considered.
Soul, Salivating Salamander, Arde and B got top lane. Seems like a bit of an annoying lane here for Soul. Salivating Salamander not having the best time here against the techies. It's to be expected, though he is going to move in now with the Frost Blast and the Frost Shield. A lot of damage onto B-God. He will go down once again. Arde has a Scorched Earth though, so he is going to be able to find a trade for himself. Nice pick up at least for the Lich, getting the techies kill and the XP before he dies.
Yeah, it's maybe a little bit better for Arde in the sense that he gets solo EXP though. So the Doom is more than happy to kind of just sacrifice the support to get those levels up, get a little bit more going his way. Don't think you mind too much. There is a lot of aggression that can still come out top, but you have to respect the fact that Frost Shield is up, it slows you down in the chase. And there is always the stun play from Soul, although he is out of mana with no mangoes. Does have the stick charges ready, just in case. Should be able to get an emergency stun off if need be. Gonna be interesting to see how that lane develops. With a good creep here, Arde can kind of take control of the lane. Mana burn creep's gonna feel good against Sven and Lich, just because they really want to spam their spells. The Sven in particular, very limited, stymied by his mana pool. Thinking we'll look down bot though.
Scourge but Dark, there's going to be a bit of a chase onto the Lifestealer. He was forced to rage as the Bat Rider Flame Break just threatening his life. Scourge salved up here by Empyrean, but he's not having the greatest of lanes. Like, this Beastmaster is doing some fantastic work along with the Bat Rider. Every time Rage is down, you know you've got an opportunity to try and go for a chase. Scourge will have it up for now. Meanwhile, top lane, Arde again going to be in danger on the Doom. Runaway is there. Soul losing him for a moment. Arde not going to be able to escape. He does go down. It's B-God now. Also in danger. Soul, he'll have a double. Now, I was saying the Sven was not having the greatest time earlier, but he's found 3 kills in this top lane already. As we'll see, the Lich sacrifice himself there to the T1 tower. And so even without the greatest CS, Soul is still finding a lot of gold here with these kills.
Compensates for maybe missing out on that CS. You don't mind too much. Still a really strong start for you, Sven. And you can still flash farm if need be. Although with the 2 points in Stormhammer, you're not going to get the highest levels of the cleave going to your 6, but more than enough to still get work done here. A strong start for GRIN once more in the laning phase. 3 to 6, less than 1k lead going their way. This is similar to what we saw in the last game as well, where Their early aggression just lined up. The cut in the laning phase just doesn't feel that threatening. And this is the kind of start you do want. Again, you've got a lineup that can snowball hard with lots of the varied buildups you have.
Top lane chases on again for the Doom. Blood Grenade's gonna land. Stormhammer is there. Ade again going down. This time salivating Salamander taking the kill on the Lich. The chase continues. They have a Frost Blast. Be gone. One more hit. Soul has found a fourth. This top lane, it started off really strong for the cut, but now they're just feeding kills the way this went.
They are. Again, it's not a lane you can really run down easily. Just with that Frost Shield up, I mean, a lot of your damage is negated. You've got a lot of move speed reduction coming in, so you can't just smoothly chase down as a Doom freely. You don't have the best creep as well here for your Doom. The Envenomed Weapon, it doesn't do enough. The regen reduction is nice, but you're barely hitting the Sven anyway with your right clicks. So we'll see what Adi does. This is reminiscent of game one, except I feel like this is an even worse position for him. At very least, it does look like his Vanguard is done, so should be able to sustain through a little bit better, but not good enough, as they are chasing B-God.
Oh, B-God again caught out. Stormhammer is there. B-God. He just can't catch a break, this techies. Ade at least does move in, but doesn't have Scorched Earth. It was already used up, so he cannot really chase down Soul and threaten his life. Man, oh man, this is just the perfect start for Soul.
Yeah, this Sven's going to be massive. The one thing you do lack, though, is stacks, but there are some good stacks in Triangle made by Rain Prince.
MTD?
So you have that going.
Out of mana here on Rojo. Oh, he doesn't have enough.
Oh.
Gets unlucky with the right-click damage on the final hit, and now Empyrean's here. Oh, Rojo. That is called copping the shorter end of the stick. That just looked unfair. That looked very unfair. Mind you, they did have the bonus armor from the tier 2 tower, but that was just sad to watch.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame. He's been having a pretty decent time up mid, bouncing well against the range disadvantage you have up against the Wind Ranger, but not quite enough. Good response coming out from the cut. They do take their 2 supports to really punish, and that does free up the side lanes here a lot more for GRIN. But you're getting something to play with in that Wind Ranger. Javelin up. So you have a way of piercing through some of the armor here when you do decide to focus fire down.
Soul's just manning up with this God String. Dukes out the Sticky Bomb, has the Stormhammer in a second. Nice gaze out from Salivating Salamander, holding him down mid-blast off. And Ade, he has bought himself time to get away from this. Soul cannot keep diving. The Stormhammer was available, but he just lost complete vision over the Doom. So props to Ade for being able to juke out through the tree line. Now B-God looking for an opportunity to maybe go after Soul with that low HP pool, but it's like he probably won't have the damage output without the blast off anyway. There's no real point in trying. So he'll run towards the Wisdom Rune and make sure that this Lich cannot snipe it away. But instead they are looking towards Ade, who's so low in HP. Ade, nice double stun. It does at least secure them a Lich kill. Soul is still on the run. B-God, he has enough mana now for one more Sticky Bomb. Oh, but he's thrown it the wrong way. Ouch.
Miss out on the punishment. I mean, there's a massive streak right now on that Sven. So if you find that kill, you bounce back into the game pretty nicely, but a bit too slow. Empyrean with the TP as well, not quite in time to try for the glimpse play. And then miss out. 5 to 10, 1k lead standing for GRIN. A free game for Soul so far. Even Muzi as well having a pretty free start on that Beastmaster. Is really finding everything they want in terms of timings here. Vanguard up for Rojo Fireflu, so Focus Fire can't even kill him, even with Javelin Pierce. Doesn't feel like it's going to be enough to melt down the Timb. Doesn't feel like you have a good launching point here for the cut. Lifestealer needs farm, Doom needs farm, Wind Ranger needs farm. No soft targets to go for. And the side of GRIN, as long as they don't give out any silly openings and ride this kind of time, get their initial items up, then I don't know how the cut kind of comes back in after a rough start like this.
Top lane Ade again. Here comes the chase. This man, he's going to leave the top lane at this point. He's 1-5-4. Excuse me, 1-5-2. He's not having a good game on this off lane Doom. The last game around, he didn't have the best game either, but he has to leave the top lane at this point. Like, enough kills the soul. I think he's fed enough at this point.
Yeah, it's becoming a little bit worrying to see a Sven get off to this great start with a mom up. Can get that flash farm going. They managed to clear out the triangle as well for free for Muzi. So gets a lot of farm onto that Beastmaster. Has his own Vanguard. Everyone's just going for a Vanguard right now. Which is rather interesting on these two cores of Muzi and Rojo. But again, like, you are up against a physical lineup, so you're going to get a lot of value from just stacking Vanguard. So
yeah, Scourge McDuck, he's a big pick off. There you go. GRIN, they'll find the big one that they really wanted, that life stealer on the safe lane. GRIN Esports, all three cores at the top of the net worth board is top lane. Rain Prince even moving in onto B-God now. B-God still running. Rain Prince actually the one to go down. B-God is actually going to survive. Oh, he will. That was just so close. The salve, I think, kept him alive there. Just that one tick of heal was more than enough. Still, I mean, it's a 4K advantage to GRIN. At the moment, with the way that they've won out these lanes, it does seem like their game to lose.
Yeah, I don't think there's that much pressure on GRIN. You've got the stable start you're looking for. You're clearing out the Ancients now with Soul. Tons of farm to find there. Echo Saber to be built up next as well. So a lot of good timings lining up here, and for the cut, yeah, you find a couple of pickoffs here and there. Not the biggest ones you'd want. Still no solutions in sight. MTD with a Maelstrom, maybe that's a solution. I'm not confident enough to say that it is, quite frankly. And he has to watch himself.
MTD, yeah, dropping very low. Rojo Fireflu not able to secure the kill here on the Timbersaw. GRIN Esports, like with a lead like this early on, you really don't want to overextend if you can avoid it. You just want to give Soul all the space in the world, and that they have so far. He's already 7.5k net worth on this Sven. Like, he is just absolutely huge. About 3k ahead of the Lifestealer on the enemy team. And this is a Sven. Like, in terms of farm, there's not really too many heroes that are much faster than this. Rojo Fireflu mid lane. Oh boy, they've got MTD, but the Chain Frost's a very unlucky bounce. That is so unlucky. That is incredibly unlucky.
Yeah, bounces away. MTD gets to run off. To be fair, they also tried to make a play with 3 heroes mid onto a Timbersaw, and well, they threw out literally everything. It's just not enough. With a Vanguard and reacting, what do you do here as a Winter Ranger? Really nothing. You just tickle him. Maybe, again, Maelstrom's the solution there, but even the procs from Javelin aren't enough. So I don't know if it's going to be enough with a Maelstrom up either. And GRIN, yeah, no pressure. Just keep stacking Triangle, keep making all of his farm readily available for your Sven down the line.
DD. Big pick off here. Windrun was already committed, so Soul has completely free reign. Salivating Salamander able to secure the kill. Tips out here for the Lich, finding another great pick off here for themselves. And when they go, tier 1 mid tower now going to be under siege here from GRIN Esports. You do have B-God around, but he's under Hawk Vision. They know exactly where he is. He'll get the mines down, but the Gaze again going to make sure the blast off never comes out. B-God, he will just get bursted down. As in comes the cavalry. They'll commit the doom onto Soul. Roar is there though. They caught the Life Stealer. A nice static storm. It's not proving to be enough. Soul is still running out of there. They can't secure the kill on the Sven. It's just kind of the thing. Like, he pops Warcry before you doom him, and he's just taking no damage.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Just 0. You also have the full pipe up and running for Muzi. Even the magic damage is not going to be enough. Maybe they find a skill at the least in the Beastmaster.
He is alone, so they will get him. Chain Frost out is going to find Empyrean. Rojo Fireflu down one Scourge McDuck, and without any rage available, Scourge is a sitting duck. So he does try to at least armor toggle a little bit, but it's nowhere near enough. It's too challenging against the Timber. And now that mid-tier 1 tower is going to fall for free. No contest. And the cut, they are in dire straits. Now 7k behind. They have got to find themselves an answer.
Yeah, it's It's rough for the cut. GRIN playing perfect start to finish so far. Like they are uncontested basically in every lane. They just straight out won every lane except maybe mid, which is a little bit more even for Rojo Fireflu and for MTD. But this kind of start for Sven it's going to be really damn impressive. You're going to get the Lincolns up here. You don't have a way of just dooming him up now in the middle of these fights.
Rain Prince.
They'll find something here.
They will get the Bat Rider. They don't seem to want to deal with the Lich right now because Sol has TP'd in. Immediate blink in from the Sven. Ade does get a stun off before he gets to run away, and he is actually making his way out as now the shackle shot comes in. MTD, he's locked down the Sven. Sol is still trying to just run out of there, but in comes the cavalry. They'll try to fight back, but no, MTD's gone. He just gets destroyed by the Timber. At least they do kill off Sol. They got the Sven in the end, but now Scourge and Empyrean need a way out of this. They'll try to run with the Infest. Empyrean still juking and jiving. Rojo Fireflu can eventually get the kill, but now he's in danger. Rojo with the Pavis can keep fighting. Scourge McDuck, the one that needs to get out of there. It's Rojo. He'll give up on the chase for now. Instead, they'll secure B-God's life here thanks to Rain Prince. And although they do pick off the Sven, it's still a pretty advantageous team fight for GRIN Esports. No, I say that though, the gold goes the way of the cut, so I can't say that confidently any longer.
Yeah, it's still better for the cut in the sense that, well, you kill the highest net worth hero, you're severely behind. So you find a lot more for your trouble there on the side of the cut despite losing your mid. Losing MTD, not the biggest deal right now. Just want more kills, and they might find one more.
The Rain Prince. Chainfrost's gonna do some nice work though, Ade. It's getting destroyed. Like Rojo knows Empyrean's low. Salve is there from Empyrean, and a very nice sidestep's going to avoid the Chakram damage. Mind you, that is a Bat Rider for the sake of your Doom going down, but it's still worth more gold for the cut. So I suppose you could still call that a win.
Yeah, it's still a win. It's just you're so poor right now in the cut. You will take that trade any time of the day. Again, as a Doom, just go back, devour Midas. You don't mind dying too much. You do want some EXP for yourself, but considering the state of game, someone has to sacrifice the Dooms to the proper core to do that. The side of GRIN now, it's starting to clump up. All their spells are ready.
Lasso out, mid lane, MTD caught out again and immediately just bursted down. No hesitation for the lasso or the roar. Very well worth it for MTD's life. Speed-God trying to bait Rojo Fireflu into the mines, but Rojo does not care for it. He will just happily run through them. Speed-God trying to run with the reactive taser speed bonus, but it seems like he is just as good as dead. So eventually, they'll have the chains, they'll have the chakram, and B-God at least splits the gold between Rain Prince and Rojo Fireflu by denying himself to the tier 1. But he's still going to go down.
He falls. Buy some time for his team to farm up, like they do to get control back bot. They're getting some build up here, but just doesn't feel fast enough. Scourge McDuck's going for Radiance here as well, which can be nice. Could be one way to try to burn down in these prolonged fights. Just get a lot of value from the burn damage, for sure, and the miss chance against this fan is massive. I still am concerned with whether or not you have enough damage here. Crimson Guard fully up and running on Muzi. So I really don't see you melting any of these heroes down from your right clicks anytime soon. It just doesn't feel like you'll have the outputs. Roshan open here for GRIN as well. They've got the damage output with Soul. This one should fall fairly easily. No contest from the side of Cut.
Absolutely, Roshan lying down very, very quickly. No chance of a counter attack here from the Cut. They just do sit back and take the time to get their farm going. Like, they're just still so far behind when it comes to net worth. And we were talking to it, you know, during the draft, like, with all this high armor, it's not going to be a good game for the Lifestealer or the Wind Ranger. They are still trying to get to a stage where they can actually have a chance at fighting back. You are seeing a bit of a Radiance build up now coming out here on Scourge McDuck. Trying to offer his team a bit more utility. The tier 2 top tower now going to be focused here by GRIN Esports. They can take this and go right into the Tormentor if they do wish. Not really much in the way of stopping them. Meanwhile, mid lane MTD barely escaping on the Wind Ranger for now, but he has no Wind Run left. The chase is continuing. Rain Prince is going to find MTD, but no, he doesn't see him. The nighttime vision saving MTD's life, so he will be able to TP back towards the fountain. But back towards the top lane, GRIN, they are still hanging around. Cliff was forced out for the top tier 2 to survive a little bit longer. And Soul, he's having a hunt around for somebody behind the tier 2. He won't find anyone, but he does get the tier 2 tower down.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, and that's really all you want. You can start to consider a high ground if you see a pick off here with a good blink out from Rain Prince. You can start to gun for the bigger objectives. The map has completely shrunk for the side of the cut. Not even looking like they have any sort of control here.
The Disruptor's going to go down. Nice easy pick off here for GRIN as they'll continue going on to the tier 2 mid tower. BKB now up on Soul.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Very, very hard defense for the cut to try and ask for. Soul, he's going to really rip through these tier 3s quite quickly with the God Strength, but he needs to wait for a creep wave. That's going to buy time for Empyrean to be back up on the Disruptor, at least have that Static Storm available. Something you desperately need right now. Even if there are BKBs up on GRIN. Tier 3 tower dropping very, very fast. The cut, they don't have their Lifestealer with them. Scourge McDuck is still farming the Dire Triangle at the moment. So the defense is actually still successful. So 5v4, they find a way to defend. GRIN will smoke up, but they will leave the high ground.
It's pretty good poking and prodding. Just consistent harassment coming out from B-God, the minefield sign to protect the mines. And just the constant poking does do enough. They missed that blink opportunity as well with Rain Prince. So with no lasso back, it does feel a little bit more awkward. And we'll see if they find an opening.
He did see Ade there for a moment. Ade's going to back off. Rojo Fireflu also going to just kind of remain back here. I mean, if they want an easy objective, the Tormentor is there. May not be the biggest deal right now for GRIN to go for, but if you're not feeling confident in going high ground, you may as well just go for something. Sad realities as well. They gave it. Oh, hold that thought. Lasso is there. Rain Prince trying to move in, but he is way too short. Rain Prince is going to die. They do at least get B-God as a trade, but it's still favorable for the cut. Now knowing the Bat Rider's down for 40, the defense seems much more likely to be successful here for the cut. And I think GRIN, sadly with this Aegis, may not have the opportunity to really use it to the way they wanted. And you know, John, they've bought enough time now that Scourge will have the Radiance on the way.
It flies out the long way down south. And with a Radiance up the Lifestealer, it can do a lot more. The one thing with this Sven is you can kite it around. Oh.
They found Muzi. This is what you really want to try and avoid as GRIN. Don't give solo pickoffs away like this. Rojo, he's going to jump in. Kinetic Field and Static Storm going to hold him in, and he's got no help. Oh, no. Soul, he's been doomed.
Oh, boy.
He'll try to go after B-God, but what are you doing? GRIN, not like this. Not like this, GRIN. Oh, no. GRIN, they're at least going to blink out on Soul, but the glimpse is there. They've got to help him. TP cancels out. They do at least get the Glimmer Capes as Soul. He's going to be all right to get out of this. They'll save the Sven's life. In fact, Scourge now, the one going down, still has the armor to try and toggle off, but he's on the high ground. He's on Arteezy's home right now. He needs some help. They'll surround the cliff, though. The cut, they're not going to let him go. Scourge is still alive. He'll have enough time to rage TP, but the fight continues. B-God trying to find a target, misses out, in trouble now. He's going to go down with a double stun out from Ade, and the Shackle. They've got the Sven. Soul is gone. Soul is down. Ade, he might drop for this, but you'll be more than happy as the cut to get a trade like that. Ade is still walking around here. Rojo Fireflu will take him out, but now the Timber might need to get himself out. Though to be fair, it seems like the cut cannot really kill him successfully. Scourge, actually the one being chased. They'll land a Shackle from MTD, but it seems like Scourge McDuck just wants out. In fact, never mind, he wants back in. Salivating Salamander, he'll be targeted. The Lich in danger. MTD dropping low though. Nice static storm. Empyrean, he's found 3 targets. They've taken down Salivating Salamander. Rojo Fireflu is still trying on his own to get the job done, but he's finding nobody. MTD, however, misses the shackle, but still avoids the chain damage. Rojo Fireflu, he can't do the job. Empyrean will at least go down. That's not quite what he wanted. What an absolute mess of a fight here in the Radiant Triangle. But needless to say, it does favor the cut.
I'm surprised the cut even find any of those openings. No, it's GRIN. Again, it's these mid to late game decisions that they make as a team, as individuals, that cost them. They start to move as individual units instead of a group of 5, and they get punished. In the cut, sure, they don't manage to find the biggest openings, but yet still take out Soul. Massive gold swing back your way, and you're starting to see the effectiveness of that team fight here from the cut. When you can land those shackles, when you can land the war stomps out, get a good Doom off. These fights can still feel pretty bad for GRIN. They still maintain the 10k lead, so it doesn't swing all that far here for the cut, but you are giving openings. Again, we've seen this come out in a lot of the GRIN series where they have, and just 1 or 2 mistakes ends up costing them the game. As long as they don't repeat these mistakes, they should be all right, but again, the cut are starting to feel themselves here.
Well, that they certainly are. GRIN Esports, it's their game to lose, Sean. They've still got a 10k advantage. 83% win probability their way. You don't want to throw a game like this. It seems like it should just be a guaranteed win, but the cut are making it more and more challenging as time goes on. You might want to play it safe and wait for the next Roshan here if you're GRIN Esports. 25 seconds till we find out when Roshan will respawn. The cut, they are holding steady. GRIN, they'll keep chipping away at this bottom creep wave in the tier 2 tower. But ultimately, I do believe they will wait for a next Roshan respawn. But the next Roshan, it may be fought by the cut. Like, assuming you have buybacks ready, I think you can afford to go for the Roshan counter fight. And it's a quick one too.
Oh.
A 5-second timer on Roshan. That's about as quick as you can get.
Yeah, it's going to spawn up north. Nighttime Roche is there, and the smoke gate across for GRIN. Should be able to find it for free. Inside of the cut, and they could fight in that area if they wanted to. You do have Static Storm here from Empyrean. No blink yet on Ade, so no blink War Stomp, but Static Storm alone's been proving to be a bit of an issue coming out here from our Disruptor. And Empyrean's positioning in these fights has been pretty on point. Again, just staying far back enough to have the impact. Roche will fall pretty quick though, so no opportunity coming out from cut. Aegis Cheese to go the way of GRIN. And now the game's back in their hands. They just, if they give out any more openings, that's where things get dicey, but it should be a straightforward time to try to gun for high ground now.
Yeah, absolutely. GRIN Esports, a second chance at this game too. You've almost got the Harpoon finished on the Sven, so I think Soul wants to go finish that off first. Lasso though, he might have to get in early because Empyrean has been caught out. Static Storm dropped. They might at least find the Lich, but a nice stun out. MTD, he's been caught. They want the Wind Ranger down. Raw committed just to ensure they have the control. He's still alive though. The Infest play. MTD still trying to run. We'll go for the focus fire on the Lich, but the chase is still going with the Nullify. They should have him down, and they will. Meantime, the Timber was doomed up, but it's not going to last long enough to kill him off. Dropping low, but gets the cheese off in time. It's a full reset for Rojo. Soul in the meantime, going after Ade. The Doom's in trouble. Ade is down. Soul is low, but not low enough to die. It's only one left for the cut. They've got buybacks on their Wind Ranger and their techies, but Ade is gone for 44. There's one buyback on B-God. GRIN Esports still have the full 5 available, but they are not looking too healthy. Mind you, Aegis is still up on Soul, so you could almost consider it a 6v3 right now. But they are going to back off again. They'll wait another day.
Don't want to overextend, even though you have Aegis for a pretty good chunk of time. time here. The Nullifier doing a lot of work from Soul, preventing MTD from just trying to run down these supports. And that's not going to get any easier for MTD. Not until he hits his level 25 timing, which is still a way long way off. Side of GRIN, full hex up for Rojo Fireflu. With that Sight of Vice, even more control coming out. Steal away this Tormentor. And the Cut can't really do too much about that. Just gonna have to play it safe.
Well, that's so. They've got the Life Stealer. That's the big one. Shackle is out. It catches two of them, but they've got the Life Stealer. A four-man blast off. Bigot, he's bought time for the Infest play. Bigot still running. He is going to get himself out for now. As the Aegis is down in the Sven. Bigot finally going down, but Scourge is alive. Stun is out though. Nullify to follow. Scourge, he'll pop the rage. He'll try to run. He's barely going to make it. It's GRIN. I don't think they can stick around. Buybacks are there from MTD. They want to keep going. They won't be able to catch anyone, it seems. GRIN Esports are able to just get out of there. But GRIN, it's going to be so frustrating, John. They can only find a T3 mid tower so far. They have not found any other high ground objective.
Side of the Cutter really doing their all to get these defenses off.
Oh, Rain Prince baiting for his team. Here we go. They've got MTD again. This will be a dieback on the Wind Ranger. Infest is not available right now from Scourge, so he cannot help out. MTD still running, but is eventually going to go down. There's now Scourge. He is surrounded. He's going to go for the man fight. This looks like it is going to be his life going down, but he'll pop the rage. He'll keep fighting against Soul, but it's 1v4. He'll be lassoed up. Rain Prince will hold him down, and that's going to be it. He is gone. 50 seconds without the Life Stealer. Empyrean goes down to boot. GRIN Esports with a full team wipe can finally look towards the high ground.
No one there to save. No buybacks left on the Cut to throw out here. Top tier tree, top racks, maybe even the mid rack's gonna fall off the back of some really good initiation. It was the side of the Cut again trying to play offensive there. The mines do hurt them, but not enough to shove them away. They will have gone for 2 set of racks. No creep wave though. It is coming in from top. And for the Cut, I mean they're putting up a valiant effort. They tried to force a fight outside their base this time and doesn't quite work out in their favor. We'll lose again a significant amount of map control with 2 lanes that's gonna shove in quite hard. And for GRIN, now it's kind of it's a simple game now.
They almost forgot about the melee barracks there for a moment. They end up going back for it. 29k advantage, GRIN Esports. They can even just go for their Tormentors now. There's free shards up. I'll tell you what, I mean, this is a really... I want to say a clean game from GRIN. Like, there has been a couple high ground attempts that have not worked out, but they've just consistently been running at the Cut, and the Cut just... While they are making some miracles happen, they're just still not enough to get the game to come back their way. GRIN Esports still proving that they are capable of taking out a big team like the Cut. 1 lane of barracks away now from the Megas. And the Cut might be on their last team fight. The only buyback left on the map is Soul. Everybody else is lacking gold or it's on a timer. So the Cut, they're going to go one last time. But if they can't win this team fight, it's as good as a GG call coming. Smoke is there from GRIN. Smoke on smoke scenario. It's almost like GRIN know this is happening. The last kamikaze smoke from the Cut. GRIN Esports. They are still just waiting. They've got the advantage of the Hawk vision when the smoke does wear off on the Cut. Hawk will scout them out. They know exactly where they are now. So GRIN will have a low ground disadvantage, but never mind that, because the Cut will run down to the low ground. If you want a chance at this team fight, you've got to find the Sven with this Doom, I think. There's no two ways about it. The problem is, though, you might want to also commit that on Rojo Fireflu, because he's just got so much utility on the Timber. It's very hard to know which option to go for here for Arde. They do have the Infest play on the Doom at the least, so you do have that big jump in with the Infest. But GRIN, they are trying to make it as hard as humanly possible to find that angle as Rain Prince goes in a little bit early. They can go for the glimpse back, but no. Rain Prince still going to be fine. A double shackle from MTD into the blast off of B-God. Static Storm now on Rain Prince. The Bat Rider still alive. MTD the one to go down. So will B-God. The Sven now. He's been doomed up, but he got the God Strength off in time, so he can actually just fight back against the Life Stealer. Lasso's there to hold him down. That's going to be it. Surely you call the GG now, knowing you have no buybacks, and there it is. GG is called. GRIN Esports will successfully force this to a Game 3. Once again, they are in this position. And the cut, John, I mean, they're one game away from being out.